Okay, namaste, friends. And I was listening to the wonderful session by Maya ji, and I don't know what I have to share after her wonderful session of EFT. I think everybody's charged. Um, and Hitesh has given me a loaded topic, freedom from sexual trauma, right? It's quite like a heavy, heavy topic. And I was listening to Maya ji's wonderful EFT sessions and her energy, and I was thinking, oh my god, now I have to talk about sexual trauma. Like, oh my god, what am I going to say? Yeah,
Maybe we
so
could just change the topic to owning our sexuality and power through. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. So mm,
Mayaji's already set the stage for us to own ourselves and
exactly.
to embrace who we truly are. So,
Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, are we all ready to listen to sexual trauma after this? Like, it's like one of the, I think some one of the very deep wounds that we can ever carry. But friends, I would like to start with saying that um, no matter how much wound, no matter what happens to us, nothing ever happens to our soul. The soul is untouched always. It's always vibrant, it's always divine. Nothing can ever happen to the soul. Whatever happens is to our body, the constructed mind, to the psychology, but we remain whole. We are whole being, we are not half. We have been taught, like our better half. We are half, but we are whole beings, friends. So I want to start from that note that we are whole, and when we are sexually empowered, uh, we become more of human. Sexual empowerment is to become more human. That's what I feel, because this is where we are coming from. We are all born from sexuality. We are born from this primordial force, and the primordial force comes in forms of light, sound, vibration. Right now I could see Mayaji was doing the the tapping, the vibration, bringing the vibration back to the body. So we all need that light, that energy. We want to get back to the primordial energy. And sometimes some incidents that can happen block this primordial force. We feel, oh, I feel so lonely. I feel so disembodied. There is a term called body armoring. That what happens when we go through some kind of trauma. So I will tell you a story of a woman. I was working, I think, way back, maybe 5 6 years, and we were. She was. Remember, she said she has 4 daughters. She's happily married. The husband was, a nice husband, but she said, I can't connect to anything. I can't connect to my husband. He's a very good friend, nice man, but I'm attracted to some other man. She had a extramarital relationship going. She was not able to connect to her children, like 4 daughters, no connection. And she said, my life doesn't make sense. I don't know where I'm heading to. I need this marriage. I don't need this marriage. I don't know where I am. And so we were talking, and because these things are so hidden, friends. Like, it's very deep, like a pain inside us. We don't When we meet a therapist, I don't think that's the first thing to come out, any trauma or something like that. So in the first few sessions, nothing really happened. There was no breakthroughs. And because I have a knack with this subject, I have a tendency, whenever I ask, but I have to be very careful, you see, when I'm talking about sexual trauma, right? So I have to be, I think after 2 3 sessions, when we built a little rapport, and we were frank. So I said, I have to ask you the question. Is there anything I need to know about your sexual life? Is there something I need to know? So she said many things, but it was very plastic, and then I waited for her to settle down, and because she was getting emotional, and I stopped, and there was silence, there was nothing. And the silence and nothing and silent, I kept quiet, I kept patience, and she felt that, yes, that this place can be trusted. And she opened up and she said, I was a child, I had like a trauma, like my one of the family member, they had gone I have gone through like an abuse, like a sexual abuse. And it was I'm fine with it right now, but I don't know why I'm talking about it. And then she started crying, and it's like a very old pain, you see, coming up slowly. So friends, when this pain comes up, it's like in episodes. It's like it doesn't comes out wholly together. It comes out very slowly, and we have to be very, very, very gentle and very patient when we are dealing with things like this, right? So she said few of the things, she cried, and then she went to some other, because we have a tendency not to go into that too much, because sometimes it's like a lot of emotion, a lot of things to handle. But slowly I knew, where we now need to work, because that was that zone, and that has to be cleared. So it's like, you're touching a very old wound. So first you have to build a rapport with that wound, and slowly you have to uncover it very gently, with a lot of patience. And I think if you have read the book, I think it's called The Waking of the Tiger. It's an amazing book by Peter Levine, right? Amazing book. And he gives the example, like, how the children play with the toys, like there are like circles, tangles, like this. So he says, when you push or the entire thing, I don't know what it's called, but I have seen children's playing like this. So when you just crush that, like you smash it, like you make it hard, it's like really, really hard, right? And then what you do is you just open one after another, just very gently you open one, and then the second, so the rings come out very gently. So our traumas are like that, friends. So you have to make a rapport. You have to have a friendship with your trauma. You have to be, we need to be easy with that. And so, that's how we started working on that trauma. And slowly, 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 she started opening up. And I remember one of the session where, we did not focus on the trauma, but we focused on the soul learning. And that was a very strong session for her. She went into her soul learning, and I asked her, what do you learn, what do you feel as a soul, what is your lesson? And she said one thing. She said, what, I am pure. I am pure. And the moment she said that, there's just some, that glow on the face, there's something she released. Because what happens is, friends, we she felt somewhere, there's a guilt, there's something like a dirty feeling we store in case of sexual trauma. When it happens to us, oh, I'm not pure, there's some dirty feeling inside. And that rules the life. That, that guilt now, there are so many, I would say, masks that we wear on top of that, because we are very good at coping, very good. People say, ask me, Aditya, how do people deal with sexual trauma? I said, they deal very well. Very, we are very good at dealing. We're very good at wearing masks, and to hide it and not to show it ever, right? And so we are very good at that. And she was very good at it, and she was trying to say, my life is perfect. My life is perfect. I'm a perfect mother. So I'm perfect. But no, that was that very deep feeling she carried, and that shame and guilt. And when she understood, oh, like a soul, I'm pure always. Nothing has happened to my soul ever. Right? So she could release that. She could release that. Right? and that glow, that that being, like that, the child being that she's born with, that essence. So it's like getting in back the essence, the getting back in touch with the primordial force. When we are small babies, when we are in the mother tummy, we are not breathing, we don't breathe this air. We are breathing prana, we are breathing chi. We are in touch with the primordial force, right? We have forgotten that, right? Uh, and friends, in my journey, I have not find one single person who doesn't have a little bit sexual trauma. All of us without fail, a little, somewhere we are holding. Sometimes the trauma comes, it's verbal. Sometimes it's not verbal. Sometimes it's there, in the emotional. There's a family, the emotion of the family. You don't have to talk about it, but the kind of energy you are in, you feel, yeah, this is not accepted there. So many of the work that I do, I tell people to replace the word sex with something, something which is more closer to their heart. And then we make a collage, and we see, wow, like some people will write creativity and then divine and this and that, and say, wow, how vibrant this word looks like. It, just replacing that one word, and then they will think, oh, this is what it is. It's about creativity, it's about expansion, it's about divine force, it's about life force. Yeah, all these beautiful words will come out. So that is what uh, uh, you know so I started replacing this word sex with life force. I started saying, yes, it's life force, right? So friends, many of you know me, many of you don't know me. So I just after my IG's tapping, I was also into this session. So I just flowed with what came, because I was thinking, what to present, how to present this subject, right? And you need to know why I'm talking about what I'm talking, where I come from, right? So I'm Aditya Dutta from Hyderabad, and I would say I'm an IT geek turned into now a sexual energy coach, so to say. I never thought, I would have a tag like sexual energy coach. But friends, I had my own struggle. I went through something called sexual confusion from birth, right? So somewhere my physical anatomy didn't match my gender, right? And I was confused about my gender, what is sexuality, and I went through a lot of guilt and shame especially during my teenage. My parents couldn't understand me, my teachers couldn't understand me, and there's a lot of shame and guilt, socially also. So I was like a withdrawn person, just to myself. Um, and then somehow I got an IT degree. I was working for Microsoft for a few years as a technical support, but it's life was very monotonous. It's just getting into the cubicle, sitting in the cubicle, and coming back home, and that's it. No social life, no nothing. And then when I started being independent, I knew that I can do something more than, this is, I have a capacity, I know, but I'm not able to express, and I need a solution. So I started meeting doctors and healers, and where is it, why it's with me, and I need a solution. So the medical condition is like when I was a baby in my mother's womb. So probably I my brain has grown differently than my body. Something has happened in the womb. It happens to many of cases like us. So the doctor said that you have to go through like a surgery, like a bottom surgery, and it was a very big surgery for me. But I had to go through it. So I think because of my strong willpower, I could overcome that surgery. I thought now everything is going to be fine, but it didn't. Things didn't turn out to be. I mean, I had a very lower, weak body. I had a lower self-esteem. I was fighting, trying to prove myself. No, I'm a man. I'm a man. I have to be. Uh, I have to prove myself that I'm a man. So that was the thing, and um, the medical field doesn't have answers to my problems now. So what do I do? So I had to look inside, friends. I had to look inside. That's how I my inner journey started. Like I started asking, who am I? Right? Am I this gender? Am I this? What is this male? What is female? Right. So these are the questions that I started asking, and then I came across the book of Osho, the great master. This is the book, one book which I read, and I spent 2 years in the Osho ashram, like learning various different things on sexuality. Then I started working with Dr. Newton Kundaviti. So I was an apprentice with him for 10 years, working with him. And I went through all these things like inner child and karma work and family constellation, of course, to understand myself. And when I'm working with people, that it's a two-way learning. And then I was trained by Master Mantak Chia, the great Taoist master. Yeah, so I really loved the techniques, because it's so scientific. He says strengthen your pelvic floor. It's very direct. He doesn't go into so much of analysis paralysis. He said, look at your pelvic floor. You need to have chi there. He said, you need to have chi there. You need to have power there. And it makes sense, because I really feel very low in my lower body. And now when I ask my people I work for, and many people, they report, yes, their lower body is very low. And so as I was saying, trauma is of different type. And one of the thing that we do is we armor the body, we shield the body, so we stop feeling. For me, this happened. I stopped feeling. I said, I'm not going to feel, right? So most of us, we will observe, until a mosquito bites, we don't come inside the body. Otherwise, it's like a like kind of a bhoot हमारे पास side में चल रहा है. The energy body is walking along with us. The physical body is separate, right? So there are two things. So we have stopped feeling. We have stopped. Opening our heart. We said no. We are going to close down, shut down here. So this exercise I'm going to give you, like I love to do it all the time, because it has really really helped me. It has empowered me. We have to have more energy in the body, especially below the navel. That's the battery. It says when we are born, 100% energy is given to us. 25% is stored in the sexual organ, 25% is stored in the kidneys, and rest 50% energy is we are using it. Right now, if I need extra energy, where do I get it from? All of us need energy. It's like saying all of us need money. Yeah, all of us need money. All of us need money. All of us need more money. All of us need more money. So all of us need more energy. Where do we get it from? So until we start working this below the navel, friends, we are all Facebook people, Insta people. All of us are aware of the upper part of the body. We are very concerned. Even right now, I have to put my hair nice and be on the screen so that I look okay. But what I'm wearing down, nobody knows. If there's half pant or a full pant or no pant, nobody knows. Because it's all, we don't care about the lower part of the body, friends. And this is so important. This is like the root, the Manipura, the Muladhara, Manipura. These are the two favorite chakras I work with. I have not gone here. No, that's for higher people. No, you first work on the root. So important, root. Root is so important. I feel like a tree. If you see a strong tree, see, roots are really really deep. Yeah? The more, the deeper, the nourished the roots are, more the tree is growing higher. Don't have to do anything for the tree to grow higher. You work on the root, keep going deep inside the earth. So I feel it's so, if there is some trauma in us, especially connecting, especially, go and hug a tree. I would say that's the most beautiful thing that you can do. Just go and hug a tree and tell the tree, you know what, I have a trauma, please help me. And and it happens. And this is what I did in my life. And I don't know when I started talking to trees, and that's very loud for me now. Yes, you can talk to trees. And a few days back, I was reading a post by Sadhguru, and he says, when you develop your Swadhisthana and the Muladhara, if you have really developed it, you can communicate with trees. Isn't that amazing? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Right? And so it's so amazing, friends, to just go hug a tree and just tell the tree, oh, please help me, with this trauma. Please take it, Mother Earth. Please take it. Please take it. I want to release it. How do I? How do I? The tree will guide. The nature will guide. If you're serious, if you're committed, you'll get the guidance, right? So, friends, whatever trauma we have, nature has a way to release it in a very easy way, right? And Mayaji was saying we have different techniques. We are leading to the same place, same place. So I will teach you this very small, technique which I do every day to empower the lower part of the body below the navel, right? To strengthen your pelvic floor. So my mentor, Master Chia, he says, strengthen your pelvic floor. And pelvic floor health has become very, very important nowadays. Very important. All of us, we have to put a little, like every part we are putting a little attention. This part is also important. So, friends, what you do is, um, in the chat, can you, and I need to know everybody's with me or not. I'm just talking. So, in the chat, can you type what is your favorite tree? My favorite tree is a banyan tree. What tree do you like? Type the name of your tree. Mango, people, gulmohar, coconut, banyan, exactly. Forest flame, wow. Gulmohar, okay, wonderful. So, what we'll do is we'll close our eyes, friends, and we'll imagine that we are become that tree. We've become that tree, our favorite tree. Yeah. And imagine you can put your feet on the floor if you are sitting on the chair, and put your feet properly on the floor, feel the grounded feeling, all right, and sit upright as possible, and feel that your feet are like roots, and it has gone very deep into the Mother Earth. Yeah, like a tree. Sometimes the root of the tree is 8 to 10 times deeper than the diameter of the tree. So you have really strong root, and you can feel the nourished soil with your feet, and it's like mud. You're touching mud with your feet, and your feet has gone really, really deep. Deep roots have gone into the Mother Earth, and it's going very deep, touching the mantle of the earth. Okay, it's gone very deep roots, and as if you're pulling. There's a pulling sensation in your body, and the upper portion of your body is like this beautiful tree. A tree is green in color mostly, and it's full of heart energy. It's full of love. Such a beautiful aura tree have, fresh energy. So feel this freshness at the top of your body, and feel the love in your heart. Connect to your heart. Connect to your heart, and feel the love in your heart. Like how you feel love when you are in the nature, or you are hugging a tree, or maybe you're hugging your loved one. If you're not able to feel love, feel the love that you have for your loved one, and feel it in your heart, right? And when you feel the sensation of love in your heart, feel love in your heart, you can visualize it like a light, like a sensation. Feel it like a sensation, and breathe into it. As you're breathing, feel this love expanding in your heart, and connect this beautiful loving heart energy. Connect like a line going deep down below the navel into the sex organs. Connect your sex organs to your heart. Now there is a link with the sex organ and the heart. and feel your sex organ getting filled with the love energy. Yeah. Now, as you're breathing in the heart, I'd like you to deepen your breath a little bit more and breathe below the navel. So you're going like, and you're pushing your pelvic floor down. So if you're sitting, so you'll feel you're pushing it down. So breathe like you're really, you know, breathing deep. You can put one hand below the navel so that you can feel you're breathing with the lower belly. Yeah. Put your one hand below the navel and let the belly below the navel expand. And keep breathing. Keep breathing deep and long. And like a balloon, like a big balloon, like a beach ball, like a beach ball, how much you can breathe. Take few more breaths. So you're expanding the lower belly and contracting it. Put your attention below the navel, right? Now, feel you will have like a nice sensation, like you may feel a pleasurable sensation. You may not also feel it, that's also fine. Now, if you are feeling a pleasurable sensation there, now feel that pleasurable sensation is connected deep into the earth, into the Mother Earth, like the sex center is connected to the Mother Earth. And whatever, maybe a little shame, any guilt, any trauma, anything that is there related to the sexual organ, maybe even if it's a physical problem like we have urinary problem, or a pain, any pain there, you are releasing it to the Mother Earth. So as you're breathing out, drop it to the earth. Drop it. Breathe in fresh Mother Earth energy into the sex center, and breathe out. Give it to the earth. Earth can take anything, any negativity the earth can take, and it will convert it into a fresh energy. So give all that you are carrying, any heavy feeling that you have in your sex organ, give it to the earth. So breathe in fresh energies and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in fresh energy into your sex organ, and release, release, release. Right. Now just wriggle your body a little bit, like, just move your body like you're shaking your body a little bit. Shake as if the tree is shaking. Shake, shake, shake. You know, and it's okay if you're not doing it correctly. Just have fun with it. Shake, 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 shake. Shake the body. Shake the spine. Wriggle the spine, and let the residue, pain, trauma, whatever it is, it's just moving away from you. The Mother Earth is taking it. Let it go. And now bring your attention to your sex center. Keep shaking your body, little bit, very little movement. Shake, 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 shake. Wherever you're sitting, just shaking, shaking your backbone. And relax, relax. Come back to the heart. Feel your heart more illuminated, more relaxed. Stay in your heart and in your heart tell yourself, I am a divine sexual being. I'm a divine sexual being. I'm full of life force. I own my sexuality. I include my sexuality in myself. Sexuality is a part of me. My sexuality is sacred and I am divine. Right? And have a smile in your face. Smile. Smile to your sexual organ. It's a very beautiful way, to just smile at our sexual organ every day. Just smile. Smile. Smile to your heart. Smile to your sexual organ. Yeah. Smile to this beautiful tree, the tree energy. Yes. And whenever you're ready, just rub your hands, put them on your eyes, and gently, gently open your eyes. Come back. Okay. All right. So thank you for staying with me for this. And if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask.
Aditya, can I go ahead? Thank you so much for this wonderful session. And it's very, very, very important, not only for we women or men. And one thing that you said it very correct, because every one of us at some level or the other would have gone through some degree of a sexual trauma. And that becomes one of the biggest roadblocks later. And it is so very important for us to acknowledge that. First of all, is acknowledge that itself with the major, I think 80% of the hurdle is right there, acknowledging it, and then it's easier to kind of release. And you did a fantastic job of this. Is not a very easy subject to kind of go into, and thank you so much for doing it so beautifully, and more power to you. Yeah, it was a wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mayaji, for the acknowledgement. And I need people to, voice out more with sexual energy. And thank you for that. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you, Aditya. I don't think anyone else could have done justice to this subject. The way you speak from your heart, it's incredible. Every time you've always been there for us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, yeah, beautiful. So
And I think Independence Day is the day to start talking about things
yeah,
like this. We
Independence
really
Day
need
is
to be,
also sexual independence.
yeah, free of,
Independence from, we
yeah,
have
the
our
stigma.
sexuality is our birthright. It's our creative birthright. Nobody can take it from us, right? And all the society is absolutely talking against what I'm saying, and all all they can do is create distractions for us and make us believe that this power is not in us. They'll make us shameful, they will make us guilty, and they will feel that this power is not in us. But this is our birthright. This creative power is there, and we all believe in it. And it is so, sexual empowerment is so nourishing, from the depth, from the roots. It's like a nourishment. So I thank you for this place, and thank you for listening to me. I don't know how many are open to hear about
I think
this also.
I think it's just the beginning. It's always the beginning, like we saw with the other series that we did also.
Yes,
It's just
yes.
about starting the spark and getting everyone, because most people are not even aware that things like this need attention. I didn't even know my pelvic floor needs attention until you said
Yes.
it. And now I'm like, yes, I'm focusing on so many things. I'm focusing on my body. I'm focusing on everything. Why not?
And again, Aditya, we say that sex is not a three-letter dirty word. And that's so, so good. I mean, so also true. And I'm sure, I mean, many would agree from the Indian cultural ethos and a point of view, we've all kind of raised, as girls, as especially this our generation, I think is a little more open right now, but sex is bad, sex is bad. You get married and you have to do it, and all of your life you've been kind of, I'm taking it one more step ahead. And you know, the women are brought up with, okay, this is bad, this is dirty, this is icky, blah blah, everything is undercover. And after marriage you're expected to
Yes.
perform, do, and then you're like stuck. And believe me, I've had many cases where women come forward that how you've been ingrained with certain belief system, and suddenly after marriage it's okay. And there also that women had expected to perform that as a duty and not as a pleasure for women. Where is the so it's a very, very important topic for us to kind of open upon. And kudos to you and more power to you that you bring in so much into it. And I hope your magic spreads far and wide and many benefit from that.
Thank
So
you. Thank you, Maji. Thank you. Yes. And when I work with especially Indian women, 85%, 90%, they don't know about orgasm, what it is. They don't know about pleasure. No, because it's they're not they're not supposed to experience. They're no education about it. They would say, what is that? What is that? So yeah, this becomes so important.
Yeah.
Sandhya ji is asking, can we do the process on our own? Yes, you can definitely do it. And best is, this breathing. So do this breathing at least 9 times in a day. So I do it 9 multiples, like 36 times. So I didn't tell, but I don't see many men here. But if there are men, they are supposed to breathe into the testicles. Yeah, for men it's testicles. For women it's the ovaries. They one step further. But initially you don't have to worry about all that. You just at least breathe below the navel. Just have your awareness below the navel, and we need to feel this fire. There's a fire there. There's a battery there. And once you start feeling fire, you'll see what happens to your life. I mean, you get so much charged, so powerful. So we all need this fire below the navel, man or woman, both. We have to have this fire. This fire guides us. And I was not taught initially. Mostly I was meditating. All the energy was in my head. Trust me, it was like burning me off. You need to pull this energy back and settle it down below the navel. It will burn you. Too much of meditation, and then it's like half knowledge. Only meditate, then what? Meditate, here the energy. How to pull it down? This grounding so important, friends. The spiritual work, we this is like we don't give it much priority, but so important, grounding. So ground the energy, pull it back below the navel. So yes, you can do the breathing. I do it in a multiple of 9 times. Nine is a cosmic number. So 36 times you can do, or 18 times, at least 3 times, 6 times. But let's do it. 2 minutes, friends, just 2 minutes a day. Why not? I go in a washroom, I forget. I go to the washroom, I do it in the morning. Right? Brushing your teeth, do it. So powerful you feel. And I have so many
let's link
videos
it
and
together.
yeah,
Don't procrastinate on it. Let's just do it.
just do it.
We're perfectly linked up.
Just do it. Yes. Yeah. We all so joining hands is bringing so much spiritual work and so much knowledge to us. Let us ground it. So
Yes.
breathe below the navel, so you will be able to ground the knowledge, because it's important to live this. Many of us are here, just here, a lot of energy here. We don't need it here, friends. We have to put it down. So that's the work that I do, and I love to do is these Taoist techniques. Very I science based these are. So it teaches you how to bring the energy down, like the microcosmic orbit, becoming a multi-orgasmic man, multi-orgasmic woman. Why not? We need to experience this, what we are born with. Pleasure, yes, why not? And we have to improve this spark in us, right? And men need to master their ejaculation with that, So, and they need more training, but women also need it. So we do things like yoni eggs, you can use the yoni egg, and the vagina muscle gets very strong, because for a woman, if the vagina loose, everything is loose. Even the breasts are going down, everything is loose, the more tighter the vagina muscle is, the more beautiful the woman, the more younger you look. You don't need cosmetics here. You need to strengthen the pelvic floor. The vagina muscle has to be strong. Not even for sex, friends. Sometimes it's like it's not dirty talking. Like many people say, Aditya, when you talk, it's not dirty talk. It's not dirty talking. It's not about sex. It's about health. It's about health. You charge your battery. It's a battery there. It's a science. You charge your battery there, and you will feel all the others organ getting charged, because आप पानी ऊपर कॉफी बनाते हो तो पानी ऊपर रखते हो ना, आग नीचे होती है ना, तो आग, your fire is here, fire आपको इधर जलाना है, and then it will empower all the other organs of your body. Yeah. So I think I've taken a lot of time, and
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
yes, we can.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Aditya. We will be meeting at 6 o'clock next for the last set of talks. We have Freedom from Inner Chatter by Shadi at 6, and Freedom from Emotional Freedom, basically, by Rangana at 7. So I'll see you all then. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Happy Independence Day to everyone. And more freedom and more power to all of us. Right?
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.